everyone. You're listening to Ask a Badass HB, the segment of Heaving Bosoms where we interview our listeners to shine a light on romance readers and revel in our shared love. Next Monday, we're bringing you part 2 of Rebel by Beverly Jenkins. So, don't miss out on this excellent America Times book, which revisits her iconic Levesque family and tackles issues of Reconstruction, systemic racism, and red-hot romance. That's right, we're gonna get to the kissing, folks. And now, we have your pal and mine, MC. M is the multi-talented artist of your dreams. Weird friend, dog mom, wearer of cool glasses. She can analyze your personality type, and she crafts a damn fine compliment. Without further ado, here's M.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing really good. I am happy to talk to you today. Listeners, maybe? I am
Whoever's
here
listening.
with MC, not MC like the letters, but also maybe.
I mean,
for
it's
the
whatever.
purposes of this podcast.
It's weird to say. I was going to some oyster shucking at Trader Joe's the other day, and they ask you your name, kind of like Starbucks.
Is that the whitest sentence you've ever said?
Probably.
I went to an oyster shucking at Trader
Oh
Joe's
my
the other day.
God! Yes, and it's kind of like Starbucks. I'm going to just keep going. And it's kind of like Starbucks where they're like, what's your name? And I'm like, M. And he's like, man? And he wrote down M-A-N. And I was like, how is M? Why is that hard? So now I'm just telling people to call me Emily or whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
M-E-M. Hi.
Yeah.
Nice to talk to you. You are an active HB in many groups. The Crafty Crew.
Yeah.
The regular HB group.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you're in any others, but those two are ringing a bell for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you're especially active in the Crafty Crew.
I like to, I enjoy the craftiness of life, period.
Yeah.
And I like to see all the stuff that people make. Like, these HBs are insane.
Yeah, I know. So here's the thing. I'm a terrible crafter these days. I just do not make time for it. But I just like to, cheer people on. I'm in the writing group, and I don't write things. I just really, I like to read stuff. I like to give a big thumbs up sometimes. I just feel like everyone needs my opinion about things. Mm-hmm. So I just joined all the groups, and then I feel like I'm involved.
You're the cheerleader. Natalie, ENFP.
Is that what I am? I think so.
You are. No, you are, because that's what I am, too. I'm also
are we the same? Probably.
We're the same. We're totally the same. Yeah.
M and I, that was like all the letters that I just said.
Yes,
M and I.
all
M and I chat often about different things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's been kind of a fun thing that started to happen, which has been great.
It has been.
I think it started with when you did your Ask a Badass on the actual cult.
Yeah.
And then it just never stopped because we're buds.
I know.
So, guys, M is a romance reader, right?
I do. I've read
you've been reading romance for a long, long time.
I have.
How did you start?
So I started, I had this job when I was 16, 17. I was at the steakhouse in Nebraska, steaks, all the things.
I've heard of those.
Yeah, yep, delicious. Kind of a high-end steakhouse. So anyway, I was a hostess because I also like to talk and smooth. So I'm a hostess, and I was a hostess with this super cute older black lady, and her name was Janice. And I was having boy troubles. I was in love with this cook, the flying cook, and it was so dumb. Looking back, it was the dumbest thing. Anyway, so she was like, "You're having problems. You're having woes," and then she slides me a Nora Roberts book, and she's like, "I got you. You gotta read this," and that's how it started.
I think that my spring goal is to read my first Nora Roberts.
Like, you haven't yet?
I have not ever read a Nora Roberts. Not on purpose, really.
Nora, though, she does it differently. Like, I started really heavily reading period, but romance novels mainly last year. I decided on a reading goal. Mm-hmm. And I read so many different things. And then I was scared, but then I was like, I'm going to reread my favorite romance novel by Nora Roberts, because I would read it like every year prior to last year, like every February.
What was
it?
Dumb
like that. Oh gosh, I think it's called. I'm terrible.
It's my favorite book. I don't know what it's called.
I just don't know. It's called Enchanted.
Enchanted.
It is, and it's one of 4 books, and it's like the Donovan cousins and their witches, and it's just
they're witches,
magical. Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that she got paranormal up in here.
Girl, yes, and I love her witch stories. Yes, absolutely. So I love.
Is there anything that she does not write?
I don't think so. You've got your mysteries. Yeah, she does everything. J.D. Robb, which I think I've read a few of those. It was years ago.
J.D. Robb just had a book come out, didn't it?
I think so. I think I saw
didn't
that.
She?
Yeah.
Didn't
it?
Didn't it? Well, is Nora Roberts is kind of an it now? Like, I feel like I don't know. I don't know enough about her. Is she writing them all herself? Is she more of like a Nora Roberts conglomerate? Very good, but conglomerate? I don't know.
This is a great question. I have no idea, and I feel like I need the answer to that.
Either way, I'm cool with it. You know, it's not, I don't think it's like a copy paste Chris situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where she's stealing things from other people, but I would totally, like, mad respect if she was like, hey, I'm going to vet some writers and have them write for me. Like, like maybe she wants to retire. Maybe she is retired. Maybe she wants to just, like, lay on her piles of money all the time. I don't know.
And I can't even imagine how much money that woman has. I mean, how much money? Because she is really good. Once I reread that book, I was like, this book's amazing. This is my favorite book ever. Like, this is still so good. And once I was done, I was like, I need to reread it again.
Do you read exclusively romance now?
I don't. No. I read a heavy amount is romance, but I read a lot of classics. I'll read. Let's see what else. I like science a lot.
Great, way to go.
Out on science, yeah.
When you read science, what medium are you reading science in? What is
I prefer paperback. Yeah.
Okay. And so, is it like a scientific? Is it like a fiction book that is heavily science influenced, or is it like a nonfiction science?
It's a nonfiction, straight up science.
What does that mean? What does it mean?
I'll tell you, it means my mind is constantly blown. Like, if I'm reading a science book.
What is a science book? Can you give me a title?
Yeah, Parallel Worlds. Let's see, what else? String Theory. Little Book of String Theory. Order of Time was so good.
I just can't even fathom reading something that isn't fiction right now in my life.
It's a dedication because it takes you so long. Like, I'll read a 300-page romance novel in like a day to 2 days to 3 days to 4, depends on the day.
Depends on the week.
Exactly.
Depends on the book.
Let's do it. Yep, let's do it. So, and then if I'm reading a science book, it like consumes my mental, because my mind is constantly blowing. It's just nuts, the stuff you read about in that. It's just crazy.
Gosh.
So it's a commitment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it really is.
I haven't tried to read anything that wasn't No, I guess I've read like some autobiographies or whatever. But other than that, like, I haven't read anything that's not romance in years. And so now I don't know if I can.
Except email, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I can read this.
People magazine articles.
Yeah, exactly. It's different, though. It's so different. Like, I read...
Way to go. You're a scientist.
I'm not, but I will take it. It's just fast. I love the universe. The universe is so fascinating to me, and everything about it is just so cool. But I read the classic Picture of Dorian Gray, back in like November, and it took me well over a week to read, and I think it was like 200 pages. And I was like, Emily, read the book. Just read it. And then I'm like, but this person and this person could have a relationship, and it would be freaking amazing. So then I wanted to like rewrite. Yeah.
I think you need to like
I get it.
Search out some Dorian Gray fanfic.
Oh, I would be into it.
I know some somebodies that could find that for you.
Okay.
I'll work on it.
I'm there.
Great.
I'm also making a note, as you are.
I'm not, but we can together we can
am.
remember, because there's a 50 to 90% chance that I will forget.
Okay.
What is it that you love about romance versus like these other things that you're reading?
Romance is just easier to read because you get like you're so inundated in that world and that culture and that like constant love tingle.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the love tingle.
It's the love tingle. It's the glitter. I don't know. It's the feelings. It's the feelings. It's the glitter.
I love that.
That's my answer.
Does like romance, guys, I almost laughed out loud when I just said these words. But in the questionnaire that I send everybody, in that questionnaire, it says, how does romance fit into your life? And M's answer was the best innuendo I've ever heard. Innuendo.
What I write?
And it says it fits in all the right places, which is everywhere.
Oh yes,
you want romance everywhere.
All the places, all of it. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there anything besides obviously books that you're passionate about?
I am super passionate about art and creativity.
Do you want me to say your Instagram page? I almost said it out loud.
Oh my gosh, yes, please do it.
So
if you can pronounce my last name.
I don't think I can, but I can spell it.
Okay. Good.
So M has an Instagram page because you do art commercial, like for selling, right? Mm-hmm. Not just for funds.
Yep.
And her Instagram page is M Chilese.
Wrong, but good try.
Anyway, spell it like it sounds. Chilese art EM. How do I say it?
Chilese.
Chilese?
Yes.
Wow.
Who knows why?
Chilese art on Instagram, and you will be amazed. Maybe you and your 6-year-old daughter will watch pottery videos.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. Or you just had an art show. Do you want to tell me about it?
I did. I had an art show on the first Friday of February. And First Fridays, I don't know if how many HBs know what that is, but basically every Friday, first Friday of the month across the United States, doesn't matter where you're at, does art walks. So galleries are opened and things like that. And I actually focus on beer because why not? So I usually do First Fridays at either like a local tap room or like a local brewery. So I did one in February, which is this month. I did one like when was it? A week or two ago? Almost 2 week and a half.
This is still February.
Goodness. Yeah, so I did Edison bulbs and I painted them on wood, and they turned out super cool. Yeah.
And do you? I guess like what is art like you like have your work job and then art is really what you love and that's what you would hope to be able to do for life?
I don't know. I actually really like what I do right now, Natalie. So what I do, I'm a trainer, but I also design training. So I use a lot of my creative brain for that. I graduated with a graphic design degree. So basically what I do is I design content for it. I graduated with a bachelor's in graphic design. So what I do is I'll go into like certain departments. I work for an insurance agency. So I go into different departments and basically like gather all content on like a job function or multiple job functions, and then organize it and then design it for new hires or design it. Just basically this is how you're going to learn. So that's what I do. And then I also facilitate, but that is so creative. It's
that's
like,
really fun.
Yeah, it is. So
because creating learning tools that actually work is awesome. Like that's a great thing.
Yeah, it's fun, and I love working with people, and I love strategy, and I love putting things in piles and figuring out, what works for different learning types or learner types and all that stuff. So I think I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. So when I retire,
it's kind of nice to be able to do your hobby as a hobby and not have to make it a job, right?
I love doing art, but it's draining at times, especially with art shows and you're making so many pieces. You have to get done by like this amount of time, and then you're just like poop. You're just like, okay.
And you want to take a break, but if it was your work job, you wouldn't be able to take a break. You would just have to like be like, okay, that fucking took everything from me. Guess I better go back on Monday.
Yes, I know.
So that'd be tricky. Did you like sell anything at your art show?
I did. Yeah.
Does it feel amazing when people buy your stuff?
I think I've been blessed with such good friends and a good amount of followers that really support me. And so when I sell to them, I love it. But I really, really, really love when people I don't know are like, hey, this is awesome. I need this in my house immediately. Here's my money. And that's when I'm like, yes, you do.
Because sometimes you're like, are you just buying this because you love me? Or
yeah. Which I'll take both. I mean,
absolutely. I'm not going to turn it down.
No, exactly. So when it's the people off the streets that are like, this is good, I like this, I want this. That's
so at
really
some
humbling.
point, it hopefully, here's my my thing that can relate to that. At some point in my life, somebody who I don't know and is not an HB is going to listen to this podcast and they're going to be like, hey, I really liked that thing. Yeah. And that would be amazing. I can't imagine how that would feel for me. And I can imagine that's like kind of a similar
that's
experience.
Exactly right. Yeah. It's a great feeling.
Yeah. Do you have any lady loves?
I have a couple, but I think the biggest one is deliberative thinking. What
does that mean? Weird, tell me more about it.
It's kind of like a thought process where you really focus on your emotions and you want to, like, I want to be happy a lot of the time. Of course, life is life and you're not happy a lot of the time. That's completely fine because it's growth. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But when you actually are focusing on your emotions and want to feel a certain way, and then you're like, I'm going to deliberately think about something that does make me happy, or I'm not going to feel like I'll give myself time to focus on something that makes me upset, something that really pisses me off. But there's an amount of time that I stop, and then I try and deliberately switch my mood, and I've been doing that for like a year and a half, and it has helped so much, and I love it. It's like a self-care.
This is like if you are sad and you're thinking about something sad, you are specifically trying to change your mood.
Yeah, I care enough about my emotions that I want to try and shift them. Yeah. To even something that's a lighter thought, I guess.
Is there a strategy that you use to do that? Like, is it looking up cat videos on the internet?
Do you know me? Are you psychic? Yes.
I actually just guessed because that's something that I do. But
oh my God, you're doing it too. I have so many videos saved. That's like a rainy day. Cat.
Oh, no way. Like, so you save them on your phone, like in a file or what?
Well, like YouTube.
Okay, great. Like a YouTube, like a playlist?
Or like a Pinterest. Yes.
What a great idea.
And it lightens your mood, and then you can feel that. Yeah, so, but that's definitely one thing. So what I usually do is I'll make a list. Well, what I did a while ago when I first started this, I would make a list of things that made me feel good solely, so it wouldn't be like a list of like what other people do to make me feel good. It's like a list of like things that innately make me feel good, like sunrises, cats, what else? A delicious coffee. When you find that one song that you put on repeat, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is it. I'm feeling it like that. And so I would just look. Do you want to know
what it is at our house right now? The song that makes us feel good. We've been listening to Shawn Mendes's "Can't Have You" If I Can't Have You by Shawn Mendes.
Shawn.
It is not necessarily a happy song. Like if you think about it, like what the words are saying, but
the melody
and my kids just blast it and then sing as loud as we can. And have a dance party. In fact, some of us take off the majority of our clothes, not me, and dance to it inside of our house.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Natalie. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, mood shifting, deliberate thinking.
That's cool. I tend to be one of those people where I'm mostly in a good mood. Like I pretty much exist like in the positive most of the time. Good. But sometimes like I just, and when I'm sad, like I have a really hard time coming out of that sad mood or the upset or the dwelling on things. And so that's probably something that could really, really help me.
Yeah, and you need to start with your list. And at first it's hard to make that list because you're like, well, what? I don't know. But it's like you have to look out for the list for like a week and just what makes you happy. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Well, they just changed it, so it's kind of ruining my life. But Wunderlist. I don't know if you've ever used Wunderlist. It used to be my preferred list making app /website, and every time you would check something off of it, it would have a really satisfying ding that it would give you, and but I would keep lists of stuff in there. Well, now it's switched to a whole new website, which it seems like it's mainly the same, but it still has the very satisfying ding, which let's be honest, that's the real reason I love it. But that's where maybe I'll make my list so that I can have it with me all the time. Yes,
there you go.
Definitely. And it'll be in my regular place so that I can look at it even on days that are good days. You can still look at it.
Well, and that's another thing, too, is when you're happy with milk that. It's the best.
Feel it. Yes.
You're ready.
I can do it. Maybe I'll be a real girl someday.
Yeah. I also like Babs. That's my next one, which is like the dumbest.
And you just Melody Aaron'd yourself. The Melody part of you just did this really in-depth, deep, thoughtful lady love, and then the Aaron of you just was like, but Babs though.
Babs, always.
Do you have a bath routine?
Make it really hot and get in it. And that's what it is.
Burn it first. You must burn all of your skin off. First thing.
Yes.
Second.
Please. Absolutely. Second, I put on like white noise or like rain sounds if I'm reading in the bath, or sometimes I'll listen to YouTube videos or like songs or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's me time.
Great.
Whatever I feel.
I also like my bath. I like to burn my skin off initially, first thing. Get rid of it. Who needs that fucking old skin? You know what I mean?
No.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah,
please. And then, become a phoenix in the ashes.
Oh my God, yes. The ashes. Yes.
Great. Are you ready for a lightning round?
Oh, yes. Let's do it.
Great.
I'm a little hesitant. Sorry. But I'm like, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Are you nervous about coming up with an answer?
Probably. I don't know what comes out of my mouth sometimes.
I mean, same. Hard same.
It's like vomit. So, yes. The answer is a confident yes.
Yes. Okay, great. I'm going to start with some book-related questions.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. Do you have like a favorite trope of romance books?
I have a few. I mean, I like a lot of tropes as long as it's written well, honestly. But I really enjoy Friends to Lovers. I love Enemies.
You're Friends to Lovers.
Yes.
Me too, actually. I like Friends to Lovers a lot.
It's tingly. Friends to Lovers.
Go ahead. Sorry, this is not a lightning round. Sorry. The thing I like about Friends to Lovers is you have this. It's there's not as much negative tension. You know what I mean? It's everybody loves each other already. They just figure out something about each other that it changes the way they thought, or it, you know what I mean? They just kind of see each other in a new light or whatever. And so you don't have that angst that sometimes you get with an Enemies to Lovers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So no, you're totally right. So Friends to Lovers, all the tingles, like you say, even though you didn't say it, but I'm saying you did.
I understand. Yeah. It was the tingles were implied.
Yeah, exactly. It was embedded in that conversation. So the next is Enemies to Lovers.
Great.
I love I do love the angst.
Yeah.
I love all the things. Yes. Yeah. And then I also like Forbidden Loves are so fun.
Like a coworker romance, or like a Romeo and
I
Juliet?
mean, all of the Forbidden,
like
yeah, like Romeo and Juliet, absolutely. Just anything that has that almost like historical romance or a lot of Forbidden Love. Like the rape versus, you know what I'm saying?
Like
I'm all about
class-based, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just something.
Like that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, just give me something, and I'm into it.
Give me literally anything that might be forbidden, and I will love it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Do you have a go-to author?
I love Kerrigan Byrne. She is angsty.
Who is this? Tell me one of her books.
Do I know God!
Her? I feel like I probably.
I don't know. I
have this favorite
left.
Nora Roberts, but I don't remember what it is.
My brain just like clean slate. She writes a Victorian Rebel series, which I love. The first one is The Highwayman. So and then second, I could keep going, but there's 6 out. The 7th book is coming out this year, and I can't handle my life.
What are you reading right now?
I am.
Right now?
No, I'm not reading Kerrigan. I'm in between books. I just finished. I'm reading Anne Burke's Thorn, and an HB threw it on the cult, and I don't know.
It.
Yeah.
This is the
and
number
I don't
one
know
way
who.
I get any of my recs. I don't think I've gotten a rec that's not. Great. Remember
lightning
when
round.
we were doing a lightning round?
I knew this would happen.
Me too. Let's be honest. Have I ever had a lightning round? One of these days I'm going to do it, and it's going to be great. But
it'll hurt your soul, though.
It is not this day.
No.
I think those were all my book questions. I haven't asked this question in a while.
Okay.
Who would play you in a movie?
I don't know.
Oh.
Myself? Can I say myself? I do a terrible job. I don't know, maybe Melissa McCarthy. Somebody that's, like, funny.
Yeah.
I need a funny chick.
What about what is her name? She is on SNL, and she wears a lot of really great lipstick colors.
Oh.
And Cecily Strong is who I was thinking about.
Who?
Cecily Strong. Do you need me to
spell
her name?
Can I look her up?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, there's going to be mouse sounds on both sides. Ready? I'll
do
spell it.
Okay.
Cecily. And then the word strong.
And then the word strong. Oh! Yes. Girlfriend. I'm down.
She's really funny. I love everything that she does. And I think that would be my choice.
Okay, well, thank you for answering my lightning round question.
Anytime.
I had a terrible answer.
That's the first time I've actually had an answer for that question. Because usually I'm really bad at that.
Oh, thanks, girl.
Do you have a favorite carb?
Beer count?
Yeah, that's a carb.
Beer and or potatoes.
Do you have a favorite style of beer?
I really like porters. And
me
stout.
too. Do you know my favorite porter?
Tell me.
The Edmund Fitzgerald, the Great Lakes Edmund Fitzgerald porter.
I don't know that one. I have so many notes.
You will like it. I mean, there's so many beers in the world, but that one is a good, widely available one, so that you like. You know what I mean? Like, it's available a lot of places, but it's still
What was
smaller.
it? Edmund what?
Edmund Fitzgerald, like the ship that sank.
Gerald. Okay.
Lakes.
Got it.
There's also a song that's real dramatic about it.
Ooh.
Are you an Aaron or a Melody?
You know what? I don't know if I'm either. You tell me. I think I'm more of like a Melody, but I Aaroned myself out. I don't know.
You ironed yourself? Is it like ironed? I ironed myself.
Yes, exactly. I don't know.
I don't know either. Are you a Venn diagram?
Of who? The diagrams? What happened? What you say?
Are you a Venn diagram? Are you a combination of the two?
Oh. I don't know. See, okay, so I don't know if you're going to ask Hogwarts House, but I'm actually, because if you are, I'm answering right now.
Great, I'm going to ask.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to ask right now, lightning round?
Yeah, what's your Hogwarts house?
I'm Gryffindor and Ravenclaw. And Slytherin, I took the percentages once. And Slytherin, which is Aaron, and Hufflepuff, which is Melody. I can't talk right now. They are the Slytherin. Okay, I'm totally going off on a tangent. But I'm not them. Okay, that's basically it.
Hold on. Which one are you?
I'm
Hey, which
what's your Hogwarts
house?
I'm somebody's cousin. Okay, I'm their cousin. I'm neither of them. I am like the random cousin in the corner that they see at Christmas. That's a Gryffindor Ravenclaw.
You're a Gryffindor Ravenclaw. I mean, you're not the only Gryffindor. Brianna is a Gryffindor.
Hey. Yeah, that's the thing is I feel like I'm too different from Melody or Aaron to say.
Yeah.
I'm either. Great.
You're like you said, you're a relative.
I'm the relative. Yeah, for sure.
I like that. I'm 100% a Melody. I just want you to know.
Well, hello, Melody.
Do you have a problematic fave? It doesn't have to be a book.
Problematic fave. I think it's the dudes that, like the Victorian Rebel series, totally hit on problematic faves of mine, which is like more domineering personality types, which I'm not.
The alpha hole?
The alpha hole! But God, they're so squishy inside. They're like, and in real life, those are not the types of guys I go for. Like those, I like run from those men. But for some reason, I'm reading it and I'm like,
because in real life, they're not squishy on the inside.
They're not squishy. Thank you. You got it. That's exactly right. Yes.
If you were gonna bing boom bong something, what would it be?
Oh. It's gonna be real dumb, but it'd probably be like art stuff or like small amounts of science things.
Slightly more specific than general science. Bing boom bong.
Bing boom bong. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go back to like the art and color piece of it and just the creativity ness of it. But it's I don't know. I don't have a good answer.
Are you a
for
Renaissance
that.
woman?
Yes, absolutely.
You know about a lot of different things.
I do. Yeah.
Maybe not expert level, but you know about a lot of things.
You know what I know about? Because I have a job with it, Natalie, is learning and training and
like
how people learn. Duh!
Right.
Bing, boom, bong. Learning with Emily, that sounds terrible. Something
no,
Mr. Rogers.
I don't think so, because it's so important, because how can you teach somebody something if you're not teaching it to them in the way that they can take it in?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a visual person. I have to watch you do it. I have to do it myself. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I cannot picture it in my brain. I cannot. Yeah. I have to actually do it with my body. So I totally understand. And if you are trying to, like, my husband is the king of this. Like, he's going to try to continually explain it to me with words in different ways and be like, okay, no, but it's just like this. No, sorry. That's still not going to help.
Yeah. No, what I do is I do a lot of stuff on the marker board. So I'll draw it out or write it out. And actually in training, I'll have my trainees, like I usually draw like a mountain scene. Mm-hmm. And then throughout training class, I'll have them go up and draw stuff on the board or like write words and stuff. So we can have a brain break. Get that visual stuff going. So, but yeah, I get you. I'm exactly the same way.
If you were going to dispense a condiment from your belly button, what would it be?
I'll tell you right now, it's honey.
Yeah.
I love
That's
honey.
That's a great one. What do you put honey on? Everything?
Bread.
Yeah.
I love like I won't toast the bread. Sometimes I will. But no toasted like wheat bread. And then putting the honey on it and making sure it's like even. And then you let it sit to get like that honey crunch.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do you ever put it on goat cheese with bread?
Oh, I love goat cheese, but I do not. I'm like that weird person that doesn't like the sweet and the salty together.
What?
I know. I don't know if we can be friends anymore. I wasn't going to say anything.
That's literally the best thing.
I might like it. Maybe if I put like some hot peppers on it, I'll like it. Because I don't
know.
I like.
So I do
stuff.
I like a whole wheat, or a grainy bread, and then some goat cheese, and then a drizzle of honey over the top, and it is my favorite snack.
I will try it,
Great.
And I will send you information when I do, and I bet you I'll like it because I love honey. And
goat cheese is not overly. It's more like a cream cheese. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be super salty.
Right. Yeah, I'll try it.
Creamy. Great. Don't let me pressure you.
Oh, there is no pressure. I will probably buy some this week. Sounds good.
Get it at Aldi's. That's the best place to get goat cheese.
Will do.
That's all my questions.
That's all of them? Okay.
Well, great. This was awesome. Thank you for recording with me. All right. Well, keep being a badass. And
Natalie.
Love yourself as much as you love heaving bosoms.
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, you. Yes, listener, you. Are you loving the show? If so, please leave a rating and review in your podcast app. The 90 seconds you take to say something nice not only helps new people find the show, but it makes me super smile over at HBHQ. Also, I've had a few people ask, and the answer is yes. We are still doing the 5-star bribe. If you leave us a review with 5 stars, then we'll do whatever book you want. We're real deep into the list, though, so it might be a while. Lilas! Okay, back to the show.